What's up, YouTube? It's ZTAY, aka Lil Red. We got the Warriors trading for Jimmy Butler. Andrew Wiggins, Dennis Schroeder, Kyle Anderson protected first round pick. This is interesting because they're just saying Jimmy Butler wasn't going to sign an extension with Golden State. Then they wanted to shift their focus to KD. Then KD said, nah, I ain't going back there. So then they said, oh my goodness, we got to make a trade. We're desperate. Let's just go get Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler finally gets traded from Miami and he goes to the Warriors. I think it's a cool little fit, right? Hypothetically for the rest of the season, because maybe you could get him to come back in the offseason if he enjoys playing with Steph Curry. But it's going to be interesting to see how he fits with this team, because this team likes to shoot a lot of threes, and that's what they wanted Andrew Wiggins to do. Jimmy Butler is not a catch and shoot type of player. Now, the good news is the Warriors also wanted Andrew Wiggins to be that second option scoring, and he really never lived up to the full potential or back to what he did in 2022. And I think Jimmy Butler might be able to do that. Jimmy Butler says he wants his joy back. He wants to get the ball more, basically, is what he's saying. He wants his usage rate to be increased. And going to Golden State, playing with Steph Curry, that will happen, because Steph Curry has a lot of gravity on the court. And we've seen it recently that teams are just fully denying him, face guarding him, and double teaming him and forcing somebody else to do something. And somebody else has not really stepped up. The Warriors haven't really been playing good this, last month or two. So this is a desperation move, knowing that he might not even re-sign with them. Lindy Waters, Josh Richardson, though. Oh, headed to Pistons. Okay, so third team was the Pistons. Lindy Waters, that thing's wet like waters, is no longer going to be in Golden State. And Josh Richardson's heading to the Pistons. Pistons kind of getting some sleepers. Warriors fans, I want to know how you guys feel. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk about it right now. And we tweet this and wait and see how Warriors fans are feeling about Andrew Wiggins going. Andrew Wiggins, Dennis Schroeder, and Kyle Anderson, and a first round pick going to Miami. Jimmy Butler. Let me really think about this. Let me let it sink in a little bit, because news literally just broke about 10 minutes ago. I'm on that thing. All right, I'm on it. I'm ready to talk about it, because there's been a lot of trades today. None of them have really been crazy, but now our expectations are crazy because that Luka stuff. But yeah, this is big. Let's talk about the players that are getting traded away. Andrew Wiggins, Dennis Schroeder, Kyle Anderson. Dennis Schroeder was not able to be traded until today. These are three really good players going to the Heat. The Heat got a great deal back. 100% Heat got a great deal back for Jimmy Butler. Because, yeah, this is a lot for Jimmy Butler, knowing that he had no leverage, or the Heat had no leverage. Now, the protected first-round pick is big because we don't know what the protection is on that, but the fact that it's protected is good. That is good. And I also don't know when it is. So let's try to find these details out a little bit. That's why I like to try to give these things time, to marinate too. First comment from a Spurs fan. Maybe shocked, but why? Or it said he wants to play. Warriors have a player. Not. He said Warriors wants to have a player not matter. What? Honestly, I'm so confused. Okay. He's basically saying, why not? Jimmy Butler wants to play, and the Warriors wanted to make a trade. So I guess, that's kind of how it does feel. But I think we really have to sit and think about this. Jimmy Butler, he was him for a little bit. Maybe if the Warriors could sneak into the playoffs, they could do some damage. The Warriors desperately needed to make a move because everybody was getting frustrated, to be honest. This new management has done nothing but just mess the team up, in my opinion. Obviously, Draymond was a big part of why, they had to trade Jordan Poole and everything. But, this management hasn't really done a good job. I'm not gonna lie. Mike Dunleavy's done a horrible job, in my opinion. And he finally did something. And it is a chance. It's a big risk, but it had to happen just because of the lack of moves the last, year. So it had to happen. That's why I'm not really shocked. It had to happen. But I thought for sure Jimmy Butler was going to the Suns. That's where he wanted to go. And again, it's a risk for the Warriors not knowing if he's going to come back. Marshall's saying if they had Wiggins still, that would be a dangerous team. Do you guys think that they gave up too much for Jimmy Butler? Andrew Wiggins, Dennis Schroeder, and Kyle Anderson are three really good players, in my opinion, that weren't even really being used the correct way on the Warriors. The fact that they're going to the Heat is scary for the Eastern Conference. I think the Heat got better. But also, I think the Warriors might have got better too, just because Wiggins, Dennis Schroeder, Kyle Anderson, like I said, weren't being used the right way. So it's not like they're losing that much with them. And the fact that Jimmy Butler can be that second option that they need, so Steph Curry can play more off the ball and not get so much damn attention on him, is, you know, something intriguing. But yeah, Warriors fans already concerned that they're gonna have to re-sign him for a lot of money. Because, you know, Jimmy Butler is going to want a lot of money. That's why he didn't want to play for the Heat no more. He wanted an extension. They didn't give it to him. Jimmy Butler wants money. Warriors fans, how you guys feeling about that? Do you think you should pay Jimmy Butler? Or should we just let things play out? You know, because the Warriors do kind of need something with Curry and Draymond. You know, they've been seeking that third star. KD didn't work, so now they, you know, tried to go after the next best thing, and that was Jimmy Butler. I mean, it's done. They got somebody for the rest of the year. We're going to be seeing him playing basketball for the Golden State Warriors, hopefully, unless Jimmy Butler does some crazy stuff and just says, I'm not going to play. So we'll see how the fit is. But yeah, would you build around Jimmy Butler the next couple seasons? Jimmy Butler and, you know, Curry, because they are kind of getting up there in age. So it's a risky move, definitely, but I think it was needed. It is definitely they needed to do something. So I'm happy they did something. It's just a risk, and I'm not saying it's a bad risk. I think it's a good risk. Definitely think the Heat won the trade. Yeah, I think the Heat got a lot better, but, you know, if we're talking win-lose, the Heat probably did win the trade, but I don't like to see it like that because the Warriors also, I think this is a good move for them. I'm not saying it's a bad move for the Warriors. They did kind of give up a good amount of stuff, but like I was saying, these players right here, Dennis Schroeder, Andrew Wiggins, Kyle Anderson, they just weren't playing good on the Warriors. And I think they're better than what they showed this year. And I think Warriors fans know that too. It's just Steve Kerr don't know how to use these type of players. And you know what? I'm going to just say it here. Steve Kerr does not know how to use certain players. And you can't really blame him because he's coached a certain style for so long with Stephen Curry and it was successful. So why would you go away from it? And I think that can be, you know, management and Steve Kerr just having a huge disconnect. Like, they have such a big disconnect because they never give him players that fit the Warriors system. Like Chris Paul, we all knew that was not going to work because he's a slow down, play with some slower pace, pick and roll type of player. The Warriors play motion offense. The ball's constantly moving. There's constantly motion. They're running. They're shooting threes. And that's why it is kind of scary that they're getting Jimmy Butler. But watching the Warriors this year, there are some times during the game where they just literally double team the Steph Curry, and it's just like anybody, please. It's not that hard. You're set up for success, and they still can't do it. And Andrew Wiggins is included in that because he has shown spurts where it's like, oh yeah, he is the second option. Oh yeah, you can't leave Wiggins open. Oh yeah, he's gonna get a bucket. And then it's the inconsistency where it's just like, come on, Wiggins, we need you right now. We need you to be the second option. We need you to give us 20 something because Curry has the best player on him. They're blitzing him on every single screen. So Jimmy Butler does help out in that aspect. The thing I'm worried about is him fitting in with the motion, fast style offense, and shooting threes. Jimmy Butler is not that guy right there. I don't know if that is going to work because the Heat, I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking. This is how I feel. I believe it could work out well. Do you think Andrew Wiggins be a buyout candidate or stay in Miami? That's a good question. I think he should stay in Miami because they needed a wing now that they lost Jimmy Butler. They got to keep. It'll for sure get kept. I don't think Andrew Wiggins is not somebody you're going to buy out because he's the main guy in this trade, you know. Dennis Schroeder and Kyle Anderson could get bought out. But even then, I think they're two good players, and the Miami Heat love their vet, smart IQ players. These three guys, maybe two, Dennis Schroeder and Kyle Anderson, are IQ guys. They are not getting bought out, in my opinion. But I always am wrong about bought outs, so don't listen to me. You know, don't listen to me. I hate this team so much. Wiggins was playing so well, and Dennis just started to get used to our system, getting shots to fall. They really didn't give Dennis Schroeder a chance. Kyle Anderson deserved more minutes. I 100% agree. And we needed a big, not an old head like Jimmy. Damn. I'm not really moved, but the 2024-25 deadline will be an all-timer to look back on. 100%. Yeah, I agree. It is crazy. All these stars getting traded, and I don't think we're done yet either. At least we didn't lose Kuminga or Moses. At the same time, it is Wiggins. Yeah, I mean, I agree. You didn't have to give up any young players, which is what the Warriors were not wanting to give up so much in free agency in the offseason last year. You know, Pods is untouchable. Kuminga's untouchable. when they were trying to get Laurie. So they didn't give up one of their young players, but they did have to trade Wiggins. They didn't want to trade Wiggins early on in the year for Zach LaVine. But now they traded him for Jimmy Butler. You could argue Jimmy Butler's a bigger star, but yeah, what do you guys think? We're up 11th to 10th seed. That's tough. I'm scared because why would he sign an extension with us after he literally said he wasn't going to? And that is a fear. That's why I said it's a risk. That is the biggest fear. And it's valid. It is a valid fear for sure, or a valid worry. As a Heat fan, I don't know. I'm happy he's off my team after how he was behaving, but at the same time, he's the reason why he took us to the finals. Heat fans should not be worried at all because he was done with you guys. And it's not even, it has nothing to do with the franchise itself. It all has to do with Pat Riley. And it all stems back to last year in the playoffs when he got hurt and tried to play through it. And they lost to the Celtics and he came out and said that comment. I don't think he did anything wrong, but Pat Riley was pissed because they lost. He's old school and he got pissed at it. And then that just started the disconnect right there. He said it was because also he didn't want to get the extension. But right there, it started beef. Jimmy Butler is a player that has had beef with everybody that he's played with. The Timberwolves, the 76ers. He starts beef with upper management most of the time because he has a strong personality. The good news is I don't think Golden State Warriors management has a strong personality. I think they just get pushed around, in my opinion. So I think it will work out. And I think, honestly, he's going to see this play with Steph Curry and the Warriors. He's going to have fun. I think he is going to have fun again. He said that's why he just wants his joy back. I think he was just trying to force his way to Phoenix and he was just playing a game with the negotiation. Also, I didn't even hear him say it. You know, it was just a rumor that he said he wouldn't sign the extension. I don't know what to believe, but I think that the Warriors could, you know, impress him, I guess, or give him joy again to where he would sign an extension with the Warriors, especially playing with Steph Curry. I just don't know because there have been some stars that tried to play with Steph Curry that just haven't worked out. And it's always these older stars like a Chris Paul, you know. I said, you know, I'm trying to think of somebody else. I mean, Dennis Schroeder, Kyle Anderson. Like, people go to play with this team and their career kind of dies. Dante DiVincenzo's the exception. But he's a shooter and a 3D spot-up type of guy. Jimmy Butler's not that. So it is kind of scary in the fit aspects of things. Okay, so this came at 5, which was before the trade. The Golden State Warriors locker room had been closed during open media time, and Steve Kerr was addressing the team. Players that were on the floor were brought back into the locker room. So there's just a lot of stuff going on, man. But yeah, Andrew Wiggins, he's gone now. You know, it is kind of sad. Andrew Wiggins, you know, was a big reason why they won in 2022. But I kind of think that we knew that this had to come. So, yeah, we kind of knew that Andrew Wiggins was going to be involved in any trade that happened. Okay, wow. Wait. Oh, okay, updated trade details. All right, this is big, guys. Miami's getting Andrew Wiggins in the first-round pick. But they're not getting Dennis Schroeder and Kyle Anderson. Kyle Anderson's going to Toronto. Dennis Schroeder's going to Utah. Detroit is getting a couple players. And PJ Tucker is going to Miami. Wow. All right, so the Heat did not get the haul that I thought they did. That is not, I thought for sure they were getting all 3 players. Andrew Wiggins, protected first-round pick. Man. Definitely, now I don't know about the win the trade thing. What do you guys think? So this was a 5-team trade. Oh my goodness. But Steph Curry officially got his help. Warriors fans, I want to know how you guys are feeling down below in the comments. First impressions of the trade, and do you think it will work out? Do you think Jimmy Butler will re-sign in the offseason? Do you want him to? There's so many questions to be had. And I want to know your guys' opinions, so leave them down below in the comments. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you guys are new. We're almost at 20K Warriors fans. Congratulations. You guys got another star to go along Steph Curry, and I hope it works out for you guys. I'm out of here. This is ZTAY. Peace.